To discuss this, we are joined by Bolu Michael-Biyi, Foreign Policy Analyst. Bolu, thank you for joining in. Let's start off with this. What do you consider the key factors considered by ECOWAS in deciding to lift financial and also economic sanctions on Guinea and also targeted sanctions on Mali while maintaining political and targeted sanctions still on Niger Republic? What factors do you think were put in place to make this decision?
When negotiating, it's important not to put all the meat on the table, because why buy the cow when the milk is free? For all the four countries, definitely the most apparent issue or consideration is the neighborliness that exists within the ECOWAS region. They don't want them to leave. And, the sanctions being lifted are kind of different because it puts them in a stronger negotiating position. The biggest consideration for Guinea is different from that of Mali, is different from that of Burkina Faso. Now ECOWAS can go back to the negotiating table and say that, okay, now we've lifted this sanction. If you want the other sanction to be lifted, that could release the president in held hostage, or join back the bloc, or whatever thing they want to use to negotiate. So it puts them in a stronger position. They are not putting all their meat on the table that way.
Now, do you think that the resolutions reached would have any far-reaching impact on the political peace and also security situation in the sub-region?
Yeah, I think it's a right step in the right direction. I've been one of the major critics of ECOWAS for quite some time. I'm happy I'm speaking on the issue now so I can give them their flowers. I think it changes the dynamic of the entire region politically, because now real negotiations can resume. I've maintained that there's nothing shameful about an international organization misstepping and then going back to do the right thing. This is long overdue. And now that they're going to be having conversations, we expect that there will be way forward in terms of the economics and the security of these countries within the region.
But don't you also think that this move, in a way, sort of waters down the influence and, of course, power, in terms of perception of ECOWAS? Because one would say, why retract, the sanctions you initially imposed when, of course, the reason for those sanctions still remain? I'm talking about the juntas in these countries.
The ECOWAS lead, the chairperson, has made it clear that it's based on humanitarian ground. And they know that the public can have this sentiment. He has answered the question already by saying, it's because of the Lenten season, it's because of the holy month of Ramadan, because of the humanitarian grounds. They see that it's like saying that the sanctions are working, but at the same time, we don't want people dead. We don't want people starving. So it's important, it's crucial, it's essential for us to lift it at this point. So, they have a strong position and argument by giving that reason ahead of time.
All right. Now, can you provide some sort of insight, perceived insight into specific financial and, of course, economic sanctions that were lifted, particularly on Guinea, and the targeted sanctions on Mali? And how do these changes align with the overall objective of ECOWAS in promoting stability and cooperation in the region?
Yeah, the major goal of ECOWAS is regional integration. And, it's still an unfolding story. So I can't give super comprehensive insights on the rudiments of the conversations they had. The earliest news came in maybe around 17 minutes ago. It's an unfolding story. But based on what was in place and what the chairperson has stated in his speech, it involved the lifting of, the lifting of economic and financial transactions, the opening of the land and air borders, and other restrictions involved. So, these are some of the rudiments, basically resigning some of the things that have been put in place before now.
All right, Bolu Michael-Biyi, thank you so much for your contribution on the news.
My pleasure. Thank you.